Alright, this is a game from the IEF, and in the left side here we have Stork spawning as the red Protoss, and on the right we have Sen spawning as the purple Zerg. Now this is Foreigner vs. Korean, which, as we all know, tends to be pretty one-sided games, but always entertaining just to see the awesome disparity in the level of play. And as the game gets underway here, we see Sen's Overlord moving out, scouting towards the 9 o'clock position. And Stork's probe will probably be moving out as soon as he places a pylon, assuming he's going fast expand, which is what we usually see. And it's the two-player map, so the scouts are usually going to go the right way, or always going to go the right way, rather, because there's only one other possible position. And as we wait for this game to get underway, just wanted to make a few announcements here. For those of you that haven't heard yet, StarCraft 2 Beta is out, so that is totally awesome. And if you guys haven't taken a look at that, definitely go over and take a look. I'd say the best place right now to go look is teamliquid.net, and they've got all kinds of stuff up there, ranging from some general coverage to some in-depth strategies to what build orders are looking viable. And there's also tons of live streaming going on. I mean, there's fantastic players like Noni, Louder, all kinds of great players. I think Machine, everybody from the Psionic Reaver house is doing streaming. All kinds of good streams over there. So if you guys haven't got your fill of StarCraft 2, seen anything about the game, go check that out. Teamliquid.net. Good stuff. And here we go. We've got the scouting probe of Stork coming into Sen's base right now, seeing what's up. We see no pool from Sen, who's at 12, so this is going to be a 12 hatch. And yet, ooh, he's doing something a little bit tricky here. He's not actually going to expand his natural, and I don't know if Stork saw that, but I think he's going to know what's up just from the fact that there is no spawning pool. I mean, the only other option would be a hatchery. So, I mean, there's not going to be an expansion here, but Stork's going to know Sen's up to something, so he's going to know there's another hatchery going down here somewhere. So, yeah, we're going to see him go Nexus before forging cannons. So he knows it's a 12 hatch. And Probe's just kind of chilling. I think that drone wants to go make the expansion. No, not quite yet, but he's going to want to get it up fairly soon, but can't. And here comes the Overlord coming in. Yeah, there's the Nexus for Stork going down right now. So, looks like to be like a 13 Nexus or so. And pretty soon from Stork we'll probably see a forge and maybe a cannon or two then. And there's the spawning pool, so 12 hatch, 12 pool. And Stork moving out to harass this drone. I mean, nothing really to stop Stork's scouting probe right now from being particularly annoying. No lings yet. And there we go, forge and gateway. Okay, so both before cannon, so obviously comfortable with what he's doing. And, whoa, get that drone out of there. Don't want to lose a drone this early in the game, and that is so... Get him out. What are you doing, Sen? Get rid of the drone. I mean, you just do not want to lose a drone this early in the game. What is he... Get rid of that thing. I mean, I guess he's trying to... Oh my god, that probe was pissed. Takes the drone right out. I think he wanted to use that drone to make the expansion to keep it alive, but it just didn't work out. He didn't get the minerals and didn't get in position quick enough. And that's so frustrating as a Zerg player. It just throws off all your timings and just... It really messes with you and kind of throws you off, especially when you're trying to play a high-stress game already against a top Korean player. Like, I think Stork was ranked 11th on Kespa at the time of this game. And the probe is trying to... Oh, do not... No. Please don't let it happen. Please... Okay. Just don't let him get another kill. That would be ridiculous. I mean, 2 kills with 1 probe would be a hero probe, but you just don't want that Zerg. Is he going to try and pick this drone off? Getting repelled out of there. Lings should be coming up pretty soon here. Yeah, he's going to have a few lings here. Is he going to try? No. And over at Stork's base, we see the Cyber Party running on just 1 cannon, but that's in response to the fact that he sees that, you know, there's not a lot of eggs hatching, so there's not a lot of lings. He just doesn't need the cannon, so not going to get it. And we have the hatchery going up with the natural, so this is going to be, looks like pretty standard economic play with 3 hatches to start with, all at different bases. And yeah, just 2 lings so far from Sen, so Stork doesn't need to get a lot of defense, can just go ahead and start teching up. And a 4th hatchery, so yeah, very economic play. We'll see if he puts down the 5th. I expect he will, but just go with standard, typical 5-hatch Hydra type play, Neo Sauron Zerg. Stork just building a pylon here, and the Stargate, so pretty typical from Stork. And we'll see if he gets the +1, if he's going for some kind of Zealot rush or what. Stork just taking a look at that expansion, sees a few drones are hanging out there, running the probe away. And especially in PvZ, you want to keep this guy alive as long as possible, this probe, because you really want to see what the Zerg is up to, because there's so many tech switches they can do, and if you're in the dark, if you don't know whether to expect lurkers or mutas, they can just be hell for a Protoss player. And you don't want to have to prepare for everything, because that just costs so much. Alright, so he is getting the +1 pretty early, so I imagine we'll see some sort of... And there's the Citadel too. So yeah, I'm imagining we're going to see some sort of +1 fast zealot sort of attack, try to do damage to one of his expansions, slow down the Zerg economy. Which is what a lot of this matchup is all about, is just keeping the Zerg from getting too big of an economy. Because, I mean, if the Zerg gets the macro machine fully up and going, that's a really bad position. I mean, they can just produce so many units out of their hatcheries that when they get going, and then with Dark Swarm and other things thrown in, it's just a nasty position to have to deal with. Over here, Dragoon just kind of wandering the map, checking what's up, probably trying to snipe this Overlord, but safely into the cliff, inside of Stork's base, actually. Interesting place to let your Overlord chill, but safe for the moment there, I guess. And let's see if he starts getting the speed right away, or if he goes straight for the archives. That'll probably give us, if he's getting speed, he should be getting it here pretty soon. Corsair beating on the Overlord. He's going to get this, he's going to put Sen supply blocked, which is pretty annoying as Zerg. I mean, getting supply blocked early on, he's got another one making. And he's going to get this other Overlord here if he didn't already. So, ooh, yeah, he's heavily supply blocked. That is not a comfortable position to be in. I mean, he's going to have to make 2 or 3 Overlords just to get out of being supply blocked. And if the Corsair's able to do any more, especially seeing how I'm not sure there's a Spire even yet. I don't see one. No, there's no Spire yet. So he's going to have to use his slow Hydras to defend off these Corsairs, which is pretty annoying because, I mean, Hydras really are slow. If Stork gets 2 or 3 Corsairs, he's just going to be able to pick off the Overlords. And he is getting speed, so we're definitely going to see some sort of, you know, Zealot legs +1 type rush. And he gets an Overlord there, so Sen's still supply blocked. This is really frustrating for the Zerg player. And this can just get in a nasty spiral because you can't, once your Overlords are down, you can't make more units. So if Stork just keeps pumping Corsairs, he can just keep the supply down because Sen's never going to be able to make any more units for quite a while. So that's really frustrating to deal with as the Zerg. Not sure why he didn't get the Spire. It's pretty common to get the first few Scourges, Scouts, and to take care of a Corsair. And we see him making Zealots out of here. He's got 2 gates. I'll go in Zealot. Okay, switching to High Templar, so it looks like he's going to have maybe 10 Zealots or something in this force. Should be moving out here and in fact, I'd say he's a little late moving out with that. Usually you start moving out so you're, you know, right about at the Zerg's base as soon as your speed finishes, just so your attack gets there a little faster. Because usually the aim of the +1 attack here is to kind of do some damage to the Zerg before